team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban.
Disruptor!
Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds Radiant remaining. Team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick.
Warchief.
Radiant team pick.
Clockwork.
Dire team pick.
Spectre.
Radiant team ban.
Necrophos.
Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. team pick. Radiant team pick.
Templar Assassin.
Venomancer.
You may now select your heroes.
That? Yeah.
Ooh, costly.
Bleep, bloop. I am a robot. Yeah, just kidding.
Prepare for battle. Thirty seconds to battle.
That? Yeah. 哎，队友呢？队友嘞？哎，队友呢？队友呢？队友呢
Pichu. He's gonna find the sentry, and all Ajay can do is just watch as Vichun comes in and eats up his observer right there.
Battle begins.
Did they spot that out and send the Spectre in to go and take it and just say, yeah, there you go, Spectre, have a free Quelling Blade to start this game? Yeah, that's really heads up from them. Yeah, I didn't do any shenanigans with checking the tower or anything like that. So here we get started with the Venomancer versus TA in this middle lane. Classically, a very good lane for the Veno. Hard to see him really losing this one. Of course, a couple of levels, TA will be alright, but once Venomancer starts to get those points in Venomous Gale, it's going to spell disaster for TA. Yeah, that's unusual. Assistance buff coming out from buff, and barely see that. Burn almost always is the favoured spell, but
A wyvern's breath.
yeah, managed to keep trying to go for interrupt, but it didn't quite work out for him. Does manage 2 creeps across, so at least for them to stop the creeps coming under their tower.
A wyvern's breath.
哎，队友呢？队友嘞？哎，队友呢？队友呢？ 队友呢？
I would guess probably. Well, if no, LeBron can't really rotate on the Brew, I don't think so. I would guess probably up at the top lane. I think El Sash is in a very risky situation if he gets caught out of position by the Centaur and the Brew. But Brew's going for a bit of adventure right now, actually. LeBron's going down to the bottom lane.
Hasten me to battle.
A wyvern's breath.
Got you!
Boogie being chased out. Tuba Dagger coming out as well. Cog's trying to save Boogie. Boogie under the tower. He's getting that armor. It's helping out a lot. G-Tune can't actually go for this. He doesn't want to risk his own life for this kill. First blood is too costly. Cute somehow manages to defend against an onslaught from 3 heroes. Funny with the pull up in the top lane. I mean, one thing you don't want to get the drow off your lane.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I'm just trying to actually solve an issue right now. Apparently they can't hear you, which is really, really weird because everything's green here. All right, well, I'll kind of continue looking into this if I keep one on the game and one guy on the pet problems, trying to sort it out. Keeping kind of skirmishing here a little bit as Elsash comes over as well. It's a pull. Drop it really low. He needs to keep his distance. Knowledge available. The signs come from the Drow. The damage coming through onto Funnick as well. That will drop the Centaur. Ooh, that was close. But that tickles. What a great voice line coming out from Cube there as he does manage to bait in the Centaur and get his team another kill.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
A 5-minute delay, yeah. It's definitely an issue on my end. Go back to your previous mic. It's definitely an issue on my end. Meanwhile, Boogie goes down in the bottom lane.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Just rotation in from LeBron, Ekanart, and G-Tune, the 3 heroes here ganging up on that Necrophos. And Cube also spotted the river.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I think I genuinely have to restart the stream because there's literally nothing wrong on my end. Everything is absolutely perfect, but if there's no sound coming out to the viewers, then clearly There is a problem on my end. I can't see anything, so I'm guessing it's just a bug. It has to be. Cube Remar in some trouble. He's throwing down the cogs onto LeBron. Cube just trying to throw in as much damage as he can, but he's melting to LeBron. And there is going to be enough damage to bring him down. LeBron should die in response, though. Elsash will grab that kill, but now he needs to get himself out of here. Boogie is in from behind. Should be able to offer enough threat for Vichun and Akanat to back themselves off here. So Aachen a kill, sacrifice a Panda, but I think it's, well, I don't know if that is worth it, actually.
Yeah, I think that's completely fine for them. But, you know, Drow Ranger
top tower is under
keeps on growing. Spectre, not even level 6. Force goes touring. I am legitimately concerned here. Diego phase boots. That's very rare, but I guess he just wants the move speed to disengage the Venomancer.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Did you restart the stream?
Not just yet.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
DM trying to run for the DD here, and Andre not in any position to try and contest here. But he's done fantastically in this mid lane versus Venomancer. Meanwhile, down at bottom, we have kill onto the Wyvern. Glimpse back. Boogie dropping kind of low as well. LeBron coming in. They're thinking of going for this on Aachen right now.
Oh, drop. Wait.
Boogie getting low, but the stomp too easily set up by the cogs with double blood as well. Don't think this is a great idea. DM just rocketed and found himself 2 easy kills. That was very disastrous wind and rain there. Aachen.
Never ask a
Okay.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Alright, they're gonna try and pressure this tower here. Venomancer going Midas. Interesting.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
So, when do you think they're gonna haunt again? They don't have Primal Split, but they do have Stampede again. Oh, they're actually moving progressively here in the back.
Yeah, Faye just trying to farm up here, but gets jumped upon the whole even being committed. They really want to get out of the power range, and I think they should. So many here to keep trying to come in with the cock. There's not enough to stop them getting the kill onto Faye. However, they're looking for the return now. Funnick is kind of low, trying to back himself out, but these TA blades are really starting to do some damage, and Funnick will be finished off. Vichun also on the run as Rod turns around to back them off. They get one return kill. Very worth it to get that kill onto the Drow Ranger.
Alright, that's a lot of commitment. Got the kill.
It was Funnick who got the kill then. Oh, mid. Vichun. He's dropping low here. One more hit will do the job, but doesn't find the side blades. And, well, now the poison coming through onto the Templar Assassin, but the cogs to save the day. Andre, though, still burning up from that Gale and from the Thunderbrew as well. Akanat needs to get to the other side of the river, but the damage from the Drow, it's not going to quite be enough. She decides to turn around and kill that little Venomancer ward, perhaps not realizing that the trap slow is there.
Right. So, Venomancer with Midas. Looks like they're aiming for a pretty late power spike here. Doesn't look like they have any rush. I guess the fact that the Drow Ranger had a early stage, like, kind of dissuades them from playing too aggressively. So, they're just gonna keep farming this Spectre here and just hope the Spectre carries.
Seems like a good plan. Spectre, obviously, pretty good at the whole carrying thing.
Yep, I heard Gaben really likes the hero. Actually, do you have the win probability right now? Kind of curious about it.
Yep. We're sitting on about 58% chance for Aachen right now, so not hugely one-sided. Pretty close game, it says.
A lot of ground counters, but that Drow is pretty farmed to finish that Dragonlance right now. Probably gonna go Hurricane Pike first item into something else later. That Necrophos though, I think he used the Reaper side. I wonder if they're gonna play around him a little more in this bottom side of them.
Dire's top tower.
Have Static Storm as well, but they're just chilling here.
Once And if you can't hear Bowie, I do apologize. I'm trying to get the issue fixed. Problem is there's literally nothing coming wrong here, so it's got to be a problem in the transmission from us to the server, which is not something... I think the only option is to restart the stream, which I can't really do mid-game, so... Stampede being used down in the bottom lane. They're trying to get the kill onto Boogie here. Boogie taking some damage. Necrofrost, he's dropping low here, but he does manage to get that Ghost Shroud off himself up. Cube just so good at hitting these ganks, but they're still with the onslaught here. But they're starting on from LSI. She's looking to stand one around. He uses the Reaper's Scythe with the last of his... Not really worth it. His Phonic didn't even tie to it now. Oh, he's going to be falling, so a big win for Aachen down here in the bottom lane.
I can't believe what we're seeing! What just happened?
Alright. Really like this Radiant ward. Actually scouting the triangle from Dire, but not blocking any camp. Pretty hard to deward that one.
Andre going on to DM here. DM going to pop the ultimate, actually. They think they can get the kill onto the Templar Assassin. The glimpse back onto DM. Will finally get that kill. Andre goes for the TP out. Will actually make it to base and will survive inside the base. So Andre makes it happen. And that was a haunt use as well. Very costly for Aachen right now.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified. Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Oh, hook shot in.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
They managed to drop LeBron. A couple of shots fired back onto the Templar Assassin. Dagger's thrown out as well. TA though, she's absolutely fine. So again, just hits coming across the map here. Both teams just taking chunks out of each other. Alright, we're going to go for a solo cast for now and try and fix it in between the game because, you know, the quality of the games comes first, and we'll be back with Bowie for game number 2. Phonic going to get slowed down here. Andre closes the gap, but he's able to back himself out. He's got an arcane rune, so he's really rich, just kind of throw out these refractions as much as possible. Yeah, last step. This middle. So it's a 1k gold advantage Wind and Rain. It's been a very kill-heavy game. A lot of fighting going on. It's kind of on the back foot here, but they're also the team Spectre as the Stampede comes through and they're making so many aggressive rotations. He's just going to throw down the Saga Storm onto the stomp, so that will stop them going on to LSH here, saving his life most likely because the stomp couldn't come through. I mean, that's a Stampede gone. Aachen aren't afraid to use their ultimate. Oh, comes back LeBron. He's like, okay, I'll just farm these creeps. So he comes down. Andre wants to try and chase down LeBron here. LeBron, he's just going to get himself down to low. Oh, never mind. Andre's chasing hard here. Phonic says, get off my 4th position. Tom comes out onto Andre here. The poison as well. Hook shot in from Cube. Gonna hold still. Venomancer on the back line. Some stuff as well. He's been timed by the drought. Can't actually get the ultimate off. Finally get it through. And, well, he's actually might finish off by Cube. Steph's gonna go down. Andre dead as well. And the drought. That was not worth it for Wind and Rain. A heavy, heavy cost as they go hard on the initiation and pay with the lives of 3 of their heroes and only get DM in response. And I mean, this is DM Dota. You know, he plays to die. This is how he rolls. He's very much a sacrificial mid lane. He loves playing the Sand Kings, loves playing the Venomancers. Very rarely do we see him on any of these win condition heroes, so he's happy to throw his life in if it wins a fight for his team, and that is absolutely that case. Just a quick reminder, we do not have in-game sound for this match. We need to start the stream and can't do that mid-game, so just wait until the next one and we'll have that all out.
Damage.
They just blasting down some creeps. Top lane, he's got this Blink Dagger working to wall Isolator as well. Spears in. Not a terrible timing on the TAA, but definitely not the dream situation. Meanwhile, Drought, she is doing well. well for herself. She's been ganked once or twice, but mostly did die in the last engagement as well, but mostly just to her own devices. This is a problem, right? She doesn't really have a whole lot. I'd almost like to see like a Midas or something from him, so they just can keep fighting with the confidence that Drow is going to get ahead. Drow looking onto Boogie here. He's actually going to show himself. Boogie goes for the TP out. All they're going to use is Stampede and the Stomp as well. Boogie cancelled out. He's going to have this Ghost Shroud though, able to wand himself up and keep himself alive for the time being. All he can do is really spam out these death pulses, but it's not going to be enough to keep him alive. The stop comes in. Funnick finds the kill. Boogie brought down in the bottom lane. Meanwhile, over towards mid, DM is farming up here, and Faye wanted to come in and take a couple of hits, but there's two heroes behind him, so they were trying to just bait out there and see if they could get an easy kill with DM's body. Didn't quite happen. So guys, I can recreate the in-game sounds for you. Horde being used. Now the dagger comes out as well. They're going to find Andre in the tree. He's closing the gap down. I'm just kidding. I'm going to do that, but he does manage to get a nice TP away. What's the TP sound? Wow, wow, wow. Yeah. I don't have enough voices to be able to recreate every single sound at once, but if I did, I assure you I would. Yeah, he's got himself a Midas, so Venomancer knows what's up. Spectre, meanwhile, she's just playing the aggressive game, wants to be fighting, and VTune has done a lot of fighting, playing a Spectre and just being involved in every single fight that's been going on. I think it does feel like they're pretty scared of this Drow TA, as Faye has to Hurricane Pike himself up to the high ground here, a little bit spooked by these traps, understandably as well. Brewmaster, he's got that Vlad's the 4th position brew doing work. Meanwhile, he actually finds a snipe on the backlines here. Just a soloing Econart right himself as he comes in for a rotation kind of round the back like this. I think he went really surprising, and now this opens up Roshan for them, and with Drow and TA, she doesn't quite have the Desolator finished, but still they're going to give it a go, and good damage the Drow's putting out. Goodness, they need to get in here, and they need to get in here now. Leaping Chuck puts down in. He's going to get back, but he does get a stun off just before he gets glimpsed out of the pit. So Wind and Rain will bail on this attempt. Andre doesn't have a huge amount of HP left, but will blink up to the high ground to get himself out of that sticky situation. Let's say Winter's Curse to use onto Faye. That's quite a lot of damage coming down. Now they follow up with a beautiful 3-man stun. That was very nice. It brings down Faye, and now they get on top of Funnick as well. And, well, it's going to be keep going down, looking towards Boogie. Boogie on the run. Stun comes out. They've got the Ghost Shroud off, but that is not going to be enough to save Boogie's life. And guess what? Roshan, he's fallen very low from all of this. Ooh. Yeah. The thing, Wind and Rain, they seem to have the ability to fight them, but they just don't seem to have the ways to. I mean, so many teamfight spells available on Nugget as well. I mean, that curse was absolutely perfect. And then follow up with a nice stomp coming out from Funnick as well, and they just got all on top of Wind and Rain. There was no fighting after that stomp came out. That fight was over. I think just cleaning up some creep camps. Top VTune now in Aegis in hand, the ability to listen up to all. He can farm anywhere he wants right now. He's got Horn, he's got a Yasha, he's got the 4-man going for himself. He's really poor this game, VTune. He's not one of these rich carry specters. He's not trying to farm up. Meanwhile, Funnick's getting this jumped upon by the Clockwork and by the TA. Rest of they're kind of hanging out here. They're actually going to throw down the hole. They want to try and find Faye. Faye running himself away. Doesn't have the Hurricane Pike anymore, but he's going for someone else on the on VTune here and there. Looking for the TA, just blew the trees though. So they're a fraction up, so it's able to run himself away and get himself to safety. I'm sorry out. Spectre TP into this mid just to every bit of creep she can. I mean, she really needs to start farming quickly, and that's what she's trying to do. Again, though, just haunting in every fight, I feel like is... I mean, that wasn't going to hide. She just haunts whenever she haunts. Jump in on second hit, not brace second half there for life a little bit longer, but unfortunately, he will still die. Now, she's in some trouble as well. As the ages, so not like going to be in super deep here as the comes out. Looking at Andre here, they have vision for him. They don't. They've got a stomp. They tried to dispel it there with the dispel magic, but apparently that doesn't work. Cannot undispel or cannot be dispelled. Today's turn. Ooh, used by Venomance, but really want to front line here is V-Tune. They just force them up into high ground. Go, V-Tune, go. They're really trying to get this guy. Finally, they'll finish it off. Some dust comes out. LeBron arrives in a timely fashion to ensure the demise of Andrei Pojlovsky. Okay, never mind. So, I mean, every single fight though, I'm just looking back to this network chat and I'm, well, where's this? I know net worth isn't everything, but Spectre is really far back as he just jumped, get a kill onto the... Okay, alright, that's... How? Oh, traps, okay. Easy. Okay, so Drow and then a last hit from the trap, I guess. Yep, nice. 222 damage from those traps. Okay, 3 traps in a row. That's fairly big. Was an easy kill onto the Wyvern. LeBron, he's actually got himself a 4-staff along with these, obviously carrying the dusts, but the 4-staff and Vlad's not usual for a brew, but I can kind of understand it. Needing to get out of these traps, needing to get away from the TA. A lot of heroes which can just blow people down. Yeah, I do appreciate everybody suggesting things in the chat, and by all means keep going ahead. Unfortunately, it's one of these super difficult problems which literally doesn't have an obvious solution. So, yeah, any solutions might be it if you know a lot about OBS. But Andre blasting down some creeps here. They're going to get jumped upon. Immediately comes back, but Andre's getting taken down by the Spectre. He's just going to get the kill all by himself. And now with his curse to hold still, Necrophos and the Disruptor here can allow him to get in position to just finish these two off. Boogie, he's not getting out of this one, and the Yules is going to ensure that Disruptor isn't either. Cyclone Panda takes care of business. Alazat brought down as well. Wind and Rain lose 3. Man, they just can't find a fight, Wind and Rain. They're getting the pickoffs, but they're not getting the fights. Hugely costly. Santo even has a Heaven's Halberd, so against these 2 big right clickers, that makes a lot of sense. Neither has picked up a BKB just yet. And even if they do, if you get the Heaven's Halberd off before the BKB comes out, then you still get the disarm and it will not be purged. So obviously a really great item all around.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Okay, I'll recreate the in-game chat lines then. If they throw those out, I'll do my best to recreate those just to provide an authentic viewing experience. Cube though, he's on top of the Centaur War Runner here. Once it's around the stump, we'll be able to do so. V-Tune now coming on top here, and look at Cube just getting chopped up. He's actually going to survive this somehow. Back himself away. Phonic will be the casualty here. Spectre needs to get herself out of this one. Already used the Mantis. It doesn't have the way to touch the silence, but it looks like he's whole. Just kidding, says Cube.
Costly.
Oh, costly, says Stian. He's gonna get poisoned up. He's got to be careful, especially with the spirit that's coming out onto him. It's really limiting how much he can heal as the just playing yo-yo with the Venomancer, bouncing him up the wall. Up onto the high and forced up. There's definitely coming out there, going in hard. Tune wants the blood. I can go on the offensive. He's caught up in the just gonna at the end was gonna a single spell. It's all still off the court. Boogie gets popped up. Tune does find one. Running around there, looking towards LeBron. Want to try and save him up. Hey, well, he blocked damage from the sidelines here. And again, he's still on a break support. Wants to look grab. Unlock the pause fade. Canard has been picked. But he's getting into the fight. And now the V-Tune is looking in some trouble here. The Spectre's brought down as well. Gets a double kill. And that V-Tune's 3 times kill streak going the way of the TA. Wind and Rain in a great position now. And, okay, just goes up and one hits LeBron as well. And Funnick is going to get slowed down by this trap. I feel like they need a little bit more. If they get in range of the glimpse, and he's obviously dead, but he's got the blink his way, so Centaur will live.
Incoming!
Clockwork, he's been doing a lot this game, honestly. Keeps in-game effectiveness. I mean, he's very much known for playing these disrupting throws. And I mean, Aachen, they've been really trying hard to push into Wind and Rain and find these fights, and it has not been going well enough for them. I mean, if you think about how many times Aachen have achieved these fights, and it's 19 and 19 on the kill board, like that's not looking good. Wind and Rain honestly seem really in control of this. But yeah, anyway, I was talking about the cute Clockwork. He is just doing so much work with these cogs. He's just disrupting the fight so much, like stopping the Venomancer, just keeping him inside that Psychic Storm in the last fight. Absolutely key.
Do it with flair.
A couple of rockets thrown down the middle lane. Well, Andre, he's going for a bit of a walk in the Radiant jungle. The trap is set. Oh, no, it's a trap. He's got earbuds in, he can't hear me. The damage, it's too much. I can see just getting trapped out by Andre there. That was some game sense coming out of the TA right there. And look at all these traps down here. This is the Levada broken creeps. Do we have a chat line? Oh no, it's just well played. Come on, kill some creeps. Kill some creeps, TA. Kill some. Okay. There you go. Yeah. Two of the traps. I don't think it's enough to kill them.
Radiant's top tower.
I think you need 3, but if interestingly, if you have a, I believe a car, then that gives you enough damage to kill the groups in with 2 traps exactly. Or maybe it's just 1. I think it's just 1. Yeah, no, you do regularly, but if you have a Kaya, you can do it in 1. But Wagga was doing that for a bit. Meanwhile, Drow does keep farming. TA isn't having a bad time either. Both of them. Oh, a full BKB! Goodness me. I was about to say she's got an item on the way, and that item is, yeah, a 10-second BKB now for Faye. Meanwhile, Spectre, she's looking Basher next. This doesn't really surprise me. They use a hold, they're going to go in, they're going to go with the target move. Goes right off inside, but the damage ripped through. That's too stupid. Going in, wants to find a canard here. This is used, it's going to land onto the ship. I don't mean, it's also outside to speak. It can't get damage. Viking will be killed off. By the disrupt. Now LeBron going forward from the platforms to him. Meanwhile, down just him down. Of everybody, but he needs to get himself away a little bit. Does want to get 2. Andre's actually the one taking the brunt of the damage right now, though, as he is inside that melt, but it's not enough to save his life. Meanwhile, the damage coming out. Get him up onto the high ground, needs these shots to miss, and won't be able to escape this one for the time being. Andre is so low. They just turn around and open fire onto LeBron here. They do get the double kill, though. Funnick jumping in deep, comes out winning as they bring down Elzas. They bring down Andre. Faye going for the TP out, and he should be able to make it as they have no more interrupts, but still a huge win for Aachen City Esports Club as they now look towards middle tier 2 tower. They just got on top of them, and that is not the way Wind and Rain can play these fights. The moment that V-Tune gets inside, the moment that Funnick is deep, the moment that all these heroes just intersperse with Wind and Rain heroes, the fights look so bad for them. They don't play in that way, and Clockwork is their main resource for stopping that happening. But if I can get them, if they get the Stampede and just intermingle themselves amongst the Wind and Rain heroes, it becomes so difficult for them to take these fights, because Faye can't do any damage so much since Shipori is disabled. They just kind of zone everybody out. It's really tricky for the TA to jump in on the right targets, and yeah, it's a really nicely played fight by Aachen City. And I thought the Poison Nova just on the TA was a pretty silly move, but I mean, she was disarmed inside the BKB. She couldn't do anything. She couldn't get a damage off inside that BKB, and then she just gets altered by the Poison Nova. Back into the fight where you're just missing all of your TA's damage. Drow did a bit in that fight, quite a lot actually. Almost killed DM, but almost isn't a kill, and that's pretty unfortunate. Oh, and LeBron said DM at all costly, and LeBron said better luck next time. I don't really know the voice line. I don't know Brew voice. Not Brew player. I gotta say, the ults from this disrupt, it seems to be finding a pretty decent target inside them and being able to bring it down. He's the main kind of control up on this Wind and Rain side. Smoked up now. Aachen City looking to put more pressure on. I'm for geography was going for this. No, that Aachen City is an actual city in Germany. It's to the west of Cologne, just on the border, and now they're going to kill Booty. And he's nearly dead. The rock is well, they're actually keeping him alive for a surprise film. Viching just really to kill Slash and will be able to do so. It's 2 clean kills in City right now. Faye ran himself away as well, and pop that BKB. I think it does do. There point hook shot gets them both inside the cock. Now Faye's just gonna go. Can't do enough damage. Gonna throw him down on the Winter's Curse. Ooh, Andre trying to find that one out here, but he's got to go scepter. He's alive for a little bit, and now the Cold Embrace. Such an annoying target to kill right now. As Andre's trying to blow people up on land. Fortunately, it does result in 2 of them going down. So we're do nicely. Put themselves a couple of kills as they go for the TP out. Andre jumping forwards, trying to find someone here. They're looking for Vici. Vici needs to get down onto this low ground. We'll be able to do so. Cube can't chase any further than this. He's run out of sound. And Vici does get across with this call. Ooh, they've got nothing. They've got no hook shot. 17 seconds.
My herd shall run them down.
But they're looking at Roche. They certainly should. Panic. If they can kill that was a misblink. Oh no! Oh, he mini-map Sonic, no! We've all been there, for goodness, it's bad. He turns around for the disarm onto the TA, keeping himself alive for a little bit long, but he's stuck inside the cogs now, without getting his damage involved as well. There's no chance of this Centaur surviving. They grab themselves that pick off and clear that pesky illusion out of Roshan, and they'll probably look down to take down the big scale beast themselves. The contact that's being thrown in here is a respawning, but 100-second death on the Centaur. I imagine that'll be a lot, but look at these daggers. Definitely minus 10-second dagger cooldown, and it's just daggers at dawn. Make no pitting.
Players here.
Wind and Rain, they're smoked up though. They're looking for a bit of action right now. Just a quick reminder, there's no sound, we're aware of the issue. Thank you for putting out, and we'll sorting out soon. High ground Cube just jumping in, they get the Winter's Curse off before Eknar actually goes down. There's nobody else recovering the gauntlet, just the clockwork. Traps not blowing up the teammate right now. They will get a kill onto two of the Aachen City Esports Club heroes, and now they're down Funnick and Sash as well. Poison is out onto all of them. DM's done a pretty good job of poisoning everybody out, and Spectre's actually to go for the pick-off set. Biggie though, he's going to get the CP. Cube trying to keep himself alive, but that is not happening. You're going to need more than the Spirit Vessel, my dude. And now they've caught a big one though. This is the big fish. Faye, Manta, forced off up into the high ground. They've got another dagger, but she's stopped the time being, so can't actually chase. And that means Faye gets away. Nicely done by her, just keeping herself alive. But now Roshan could be a real possibility. They're scouting it out, but I can say no. That's the thing, right? Disruptor's the only real one who's dead. He's back in 20 seconds anyway. They won't be able to do it very quickly. They don't have a good Roche taking line, so they can't really go for Roshan. And they actually lost more heroes than Wind and Rain in that situation as well. And the Rangers with a hard initiation. Cube builds himself a bouncy rune and should be okay. Bouncing around the illusions. Oh, he's going in here. They're going into DM, but they don't actually get the stun off onto him, so he's going to get the ultimate off as he's thrown back a glimpse into the disruptor. What? It's a bad move. DM's still running around. Faye's trying to chase him right now. Meanwhile, the ultimate is thrown down by Ellis. That's to try and save Andre, but Andre is not getting out of this one. V-Tune closing the gap, and he can just sit right on top of him here. No problems at all. Another dagger comes out. Another kill. That is 2 going down for Aachen City, and now they look for more as V-Tune's forced up to cross. Faye going up the trees here. Faye's spotted out by the dagger. V-Tune is hunting. Faye's trying to force stuff himself around, but now connection with V-Tune. V-Tune gets the bash as well. I think with everything being thrown onto this Drow Ranger. Faye's finished off, and that's 4 heroes dead. Oh, costly. Seb! There you go. There's a voice lines coming out. Just providing you with that authentic Dota 2 experience. The important bits. And, Illusion Rune doesn't help out massively with Roshan, but it's certainly nice as they can get to work on the big boy. It's going to take them a long time, but luckily everybody's dead for like 50 and 70 seconds, so Do they have any break yet? I don't think they do. And I don't think they're going for any either. I mean, who the Shadow Blade ADs here? I guess the Drow can go for one. Yeah, I'm actually a little bit surprised. Maybe Drow should have gone for one. Just to deal with the Spectre, who is now 25, by the way. Spectre's that 6% dispersion talent is very, very good this game. These heroes cannot fight into the Spectre. Have a very good plan. What the hell? They're going deep. They're going real deep. They're going themselves all fast. Going for they're looking for Necrophos as well, chasing him down. Maybe what is this? This is slaughter. They're coming into their homes and they're killing them and their children and their wives. Goodness me. Aachen City, zero chill. The Horn in the Stampede, they recognize that they don't need to fear anything. If you're under this tier 4, if you're out of your fountain, then we are going to kill you. That was just not cricket. Ooh, costly. And they're going for tier 4s. They want blood. Aachen City, they might put an end to this game right now. Drow and the TA are up. 64 seconds till that Necro comes in. That's a big boy. And in goes Andre, just trying to get the quick blow up onto LeBron, but missed. Wow. And now the towers are dead. They're looking towards its ancient right now. Needs to respond to this. Wind and Rain, they're going in, but immediately BKB pop with a blink past him. By Sentinel, going to disable that bar, and now the ultimate comes down. A good game well played is called. The ancient has fallen, and the game is over. Aachen City with the heads up play. They take Roshan, they dive to tier 4, they get the kills. Necrophos does not get a chance to respawn. They realize the situation they are in.
I think this is partly his own mistake how he's playing this lane. Like, I'm not flaming him or anything, but if you are solo versus this dual lane, I think you should find ways of getting that level 2 on Panda. Insania and Mickey have played this really well. Troll isn't really easy to play against on level 1, but perhaps this Panda could have gotten a little bit more out of this lane because he is playing versus 2 heroes only.
And not only that, he's got for the double stout build, you know, so he should be able to take a little bit of a pummeling. Instead, it just doesn't feel like he's utilizing what he's picked up at the start of this game, and he's wasted all of his regen more or less.
One upside for this Panda, however, is that with levels he does a lot more than Boxy, right? He doesn't need a lot of farm, he needs levels, and once he has that, he's already kinda alright. It's not perfect, but he's gonna do something on the map. While if you shut down Necro, currently he's irrelevant, and really good that Taiga remained around this bottom lane and that he did give this Necrophos some space, because they desperately need this Necro to get some items on solver.
Yeah, it's definitely a hero that can still contribute later on, but it's like what is required to have big impact, right? Like a split can control 2-3 heroes, whereas, you know, you walk in, the Scythe is great, but then if you have no ult, that's literally your full contribution. All damage done.
They managed to impale him there, but he has had sticks and he also had the salve, so they give up on it.
Even as the Fairy Fire, which he hasn't leveled in the Ghost Shroud yet. I believe that's usually what he picked up at level 4 though.
Depends on how greedy you want to be, and if you do get that level 4, as they're going on him again.
He needs to sidestep this, he won't be out, he's got a stick, he won't get a chance to use it. Fought for them the best he could, but Tiger was nowhere nearby, and I knew that because the range creep was following him around the whole time.
He was getting some creeps on the top lane, he managed to pull the 3 melee ones, and talking about other lanes, the lane we didn't really talk about at all is Koikwa versus Chassis on mid, right? And this sniper is doing alright, he's 1 CS ahead actually, he's not losing the battle against this TA whatsoever.
It's rough to use the shrapnel build, right? Like, you can max out shrapnel, it's not going to harass well, but it'll get rid of the refractions, and you can actually see it's got a 2-2-0 build right now, which makes sense, I guess, because of the side blades and the range that Templar has. No headshots on creeps, though. I guess he's sad. They have switched it up, by the way. Insania did come down to bot, so it's going to be a try and try now.
Yeah, because this troll is just a maniac right now on the top lane. He, like, from these first 4 minutes, he came out on top definitely, and Panda can't do really a whole lot to him.
Oh, box. They're trying to do a lot to him right now. I'm going to get him low. Just turn around, spike Carapace, bait it out. They can room down. They're going to roll in. They're looking for a return. Hands get in trouble. Getting pretty low. The Splint Blast will slow him down a bit. He turns around with the Impale Stun. And Boxy got baited in. He's going to go down insanely next on the hit list. Waveform Brute was a second.
Yeah, that was just great. Well played from him. That Impale connected on 2 heroes, and instantly afterwards, they just fall.
And it gets worse. Let's look at the runes. All 4 going the way of TFT. And this is the rough part. Like, Nyx is not an easy hero to initiate on, you know? One of the best base reaches in the game. Starts with a decent amount of armor and health.
Without shield as well.
Exactly.
She picked up.
The bold move to turn, if nothing else, on the side of the line.
They just didn't have the damage that was necessary to take him down. They got baited. They were the ones baiting in because they knew that Necro had like 10 sticks, Fairy Fire, he had the Ghost Shroud, but then they got baited in instead, as they lacked the damage necessary to take him down.
Just like one of those rough investment scenarios, right? Where you're like, oh, you pop all that regen, your Necrophos is strong, and then you're like, okay, we've used this, we need to get something out of this, or it's just an even trade, and TFT kind of benefit more because they can come back and kill us later. They went a bit too far.
Look at the mid lane right now. TA is completely dominating. Once you get that level 6, it's a bit harder for a sniper to come to the lane, as you can have these traps covering mid, and if you get caught by 2 traps, you can just die, you can fall. So he's doing the smarter thing. He's just waiting in the jungle. You also don't see the Earth Spirit.
No, Avsper's actually been far away from this mid lane. He's barely decided to show up.
Yeah, just now he went a little bit towards the mid, and now he's back on the bottom lane again. He's mimicking Nyx Assassin's movements pretty much, or better said, Nyx Assassin is mimicking Earthspace movements.
That's true, and this benefit TFT more because they start with that tri lane. We saw the results of this back and forth motion, right? When Earthspirit started towards the mid lane, and we saw that first kill into Boxy. He was all alone in the middle of nowhere. And that seems to be the story of the game for TFT so far. It's just exploiting the weakness of Necrophos when they have number advantage. Having a CS advantage right now in the top lane. Mike, he's diving the tower. Battle Trance activated, wants to go in. The TV's coming in. Jeep trying to drunkenly run away here. Embrace will save flat from Mike. Oh no, he needs to back away right now. He's got the willing access out. One more hit, he'll get him. And he has got the 1 charge still.
Yeah, he's fine. I think that Cold Embrace there maybe did not have to come through, because perhaps Panda could have just juked him in the vision of the trees, but
risky way to do it. I mean, you're Wyvern. You think you're helping with Cold Embrace, but This is a reason we rarely ever see the skill used in the kind of early mid-game transition.
Lane.
They won't be able to quite get him. We'll start to shift up. Frost is safe for now. They don't have sticked on Boxy yet.
Yeah, it was Sheep that ported bottom, so you have this Panda pretty much playing as a position 5, just covering his Morphling. I was thinking maybe Frost is gonna port top, and that's why Panda is here, but
he makes a quality pos 5. You see that? He even got the block off, but now the rolling Tiger needs to get away, and they get the kill! Frost goes down! Full Agi, and the greed is punished. A trade they'll take.
Hanskin is there too.
Moving across with the haste ring, gonna chase for Insania. Protects himself though, the claps out to slow him down. They need to get enough damage in, but they can't. And they're gonna turn around the route. She's being chased onto right now. Boxy doesn't have 6 still, but he wants to give some love over to the Panda. Roll in, coming in. She's gonna connect on the Nyx. The ball smash through, double stun out. Boxy in trouble. Head's got the Ghost Shroud though. Doesn't want to pop it. Pops the stick instead. Now he needs to get... No, the Ghost Shroud! He kills himself! Splinter Blast gets him from error. I'm not sure what that play was. And, well, Boxy knows what it was. It was a little bit of a feed in the end, and then Sani is stuck in the trees, surrounded by 3. Lines crumbles in the bot lane.
A bunch of mistakes coming from both teams, obviously. Necro, what he did there is I believe he switched to Int at the same time that he used the Ghost Shroud, so that Splinter Blast really did hurt a lot. Yeah, he definitely switched to Int there to get more out of his heal, right?
Yeah.
But the Splinter Blast just connected a bit earlier than his heal did, and because of that, he does fall.
You know, this was him trying to be a selfless offlaner. He was trying to heal his teammates as well. And that's the price you pay, guys, for trying to be a good teammate.
Seep gets that 6.
He's got the clap. Split's going to come out. Assassinate's here as well. Boxy, he only just came back, protected by the Oracle for the moment, but trying to move away with the Ghost Route. Going to heal up a lot. Needs some assistance. Mike is here, going to go in. Stuns himself to Spike Carapace, and there is that Cyclone. He can't do anything. Boxy still being chased onto. It's going to be a roll across, trying to connect. Slows ball smash onto 3, but it's not going to be good enough. Like from Necrophos, they lose Oracle as well, and on the side they lose Tiger if they're not careful. He'll get out though.
He gets out. Hanskin was not close enough to use it to catch him. And this is Chassis, by the way. This is Chassis that 4-raid build that we were talking about. He can rotate much earlier. Mid lane,
yeah, that
should be fine here.
Well, they've got the urns. Get through the refraction charges. He's coming in as well. He said he should be fine. This is looking a bit rough, but he dodges out the Impale. And he's got another trap to back him up, who'll just TP away.
Yeah, they just don't have the mana on Winter Wyvern to stop him, so he just ports out. That's pretty good, pretty well played by him. It was a hard kill overall to get. Like, if you had the sniper there, then perhaps you can kill the TA, but without the sniper, it's just very difficult.
Yeah, he TP bot, so he wasn't going to show up anytime soon.
Exactly.
Look at this sniper, actually. He's ahead of the TA on net worth. We were a little bit worried and concerned, but with that rotation bot, well, he takes the lead.
He gets 1 kill, 1 assist, takes the lead when it comes to net worth. There is the troll in front of him, but it's not really big of an issue for him at the moment. And I'm really happy that Chassis decided to port bottom and start fighting for TFT, because someone has to. This Morphling, after dying bottom to that Oracle, he just ported top and started farming, you know. So overall, Chassis has to be the one that creates a lot of space for his team.
Absolutely, and well, he can do a lot of damage alongside farming as well, because he's going for that Maelstrom build. And you look on the side of Alliance, like, what's the parallel? You've got Mike who's going for the Sanj and Yasha build, so no Battle Fury plans in the world.
Yeah, so they have Mike, he's gonna be scaling very well, and at the same time it's gonna be Koikwa that scales alright too. This is the thing though, Sniper is porting mid and Nyx is too.
Yeah,
Koikwa has to be
backing away. He has got a trap down, so they can't pursue too hard. They will at least get the deny and the rolling Tiger off the mark, and he wanted to try and maybe get the tower, and instead with the Spike Carapace proc, he'll just give his life for nothing.
Well, hello there, Taiga.
Free kill?
He just rolls in. I think what he attempted doing there is he rolls on to Chessie, perhaps gets the tower and gets Chessie, right? They jump on him somehow, but there's no way. Koikwa just does not have the items necessary, so...
I mean, even with a level 2 bonus match, I don't think he would have gone near the trap that TA had down. But yeah, Mike is fine. He'll back away. He almost got the tower, but it's out of deny range, so he forces these rotations. And they're getting no value right now, but they might find something. Hanskin has that vendetta. Level 7 Nyx. He's a spooky boy. He said, guys, this one right now. Stun's gonna come out. Looking on the Oracle. Split's gonna be thrown out. And they're going to try and chase him through. Cyclone gets the roll up in the air, and now he's in a mess. A lot more heroes than allies nearby, and Mike has no way out of this. The battle trance wouldn't protect him. They would just try and waste their time before dying.
Yeah, he can use the battle trance, but then you just put that ulti on cooldown. It's a long cooldown, 90 seconds, and then you're just not farming for that time too. So it's much better to just die, respawn, fight another day. So far, however, Alliance, they are abusing the fact that TFT put so many heroes on that bottom lane, and now they're just gonna take a free tier 1 on the top. Nyx Assassin is porting. Man Hansken is all over the place. He's doing really well. But does he have any follow-up for this top lane move? No, he doesn't.
But this is definitely one of the heroes that we've seen stand out in the last month or so, right? And
oh yeah.
At the highest levels with their free-man impales, and it kind of proves the potency of roaming invis supports again. Something that was falling off.
It's really good when you have something like a Nyx and you also have a team that wants to be pushing, as it allows you to cut behind their lines, go behind that tower, catch one hero off, and then continue pressuring and pushing the tower, especially when you're playing versus someone like an Oracle, like Insania's Oracle.
And it's definitely powerful because of that level 10 talent, right? Once you have the GPM talent, that's when you can afford to just be roaming all the time. You don't care. You're getting your influx of gold, and you can, for example, go to the base and look for the Courier, and while other supports would feel like they wasted their time, you know you're just benefiting your team, even if you are just looking.
I mean, he did get buffed in the last couple of patches. I can't remember which exact one it was, but his GPM talent went from 60 to 90, which is pretty good.
We've had big discussions about that in the past, like how these GPM talents and supports, they kind of create a tiering system to an extent. It hasn't, we've seen variety still. We still see supports without GPM talents, but with less gold on the map, there's no denying the potency of those specific talents.
Exactly. If you look at the heroes right now, support heroes on the map, there's only one that does not. Actually, no, scratch that. Even Earth Spirit has a GPM talent, but it's on level 20, so it's not. I mean, it's relevant, but not in that sense, right? You can get some late game items, but you can't really scale well through the mid game just because of that GPM talent. Insania, he has his on level 15, which isn't great, but it's good. Era has one on level 10. It's also a 90 gold per minute talent, so you always have a pretty fat Winter Wyvern. And talking about that Wyvern, they found the Oracle.
Down there. Yeah, they're moving across. They see Oracle again. He's just trying to guard his cause and always giving his life. And now Boxy, they have paused to bring him down. They're going to chase for assassinate out in the Ghost Shroud. That just buffs up the damage that kills them.
Yeah, but look at the Roshan right now, because that's a full 5-man rotation. And they smoke up. They're trying to get there, but I don't think they have time for this, do they?
Look at this as well. Mike is guarding the Roche Pit. He's not doing it himself. He's just leaving Koikba to do it. Hansken needs the Vendetta to run away. Tiger going to roll off from Frost. They pick up the Aegis to stun through. We'll get the kill to Hoof Spirit.
Can they catch
Right, they're willing to pay, but Koikba, if he gives over the Aegis here, that's bad. Needs to back away. We'll be able to do so. Although Insania, he might not be so lucky. He only just got back alive. False promise used on himself. He's like, I'll waste that time. Just make sure you escape, because I will not be happy if you die too. He might even live. It's going to be close. Yes, he's still alive.
Yeah, it's the salve. It's the salve play. Like, I see so many players, even in like 6k, 7k average pubs of mine, that aren't abusing that fact. If you're playing Oracle, you need to be carrying a salve at every single point in the game. Like, you need a salve because you pop that ulti and the salve is not dispellable. You can't break it. So you just, unless with you have a hero like a Shadow Demon. So you just pop that salve on someone and he's fine. He's gonna be healing up all the time.
And yeah, no, definitely, he just brought another salve out as a result of that. I think the first time we started seeing it main stage a lot, I think it was VP was doing a lot originally. Solo was kind of getting noticed for doing it with the urn plays a lot of the time. Of course, this game, you're unlikely to get the urn because you have an Earth Spirit, and it's not about, like, the urns aren't about healing anymore since the change of Spirit doesn't benefit healer. Just back to a good old aggressive Spirit Vessel. Speaking of which, Nyx is getting closer to his. He should have it by around, actually no, not by the 20-minute mark, because he still doesn't have level 10.
An item that's very important that's been just picked up by Koikba is this Blink Dagger, and he has that Aegis too. So they're gonna be looking at pressuring them and fighting them because they have multiple ways of getting on top of that sniper from now on. But the sniper has already a 4-staff, like he has Maelstrom and a repositioning tool. Chessie is in a really decent spot at the moment.
Oh, and he forced us Hansken in. Beautifully done onto the Troll Warlord here. Assassinating down, but that's where the aggression will stop. They need to get out because there's rotations coming in. Roll across, doesn't hit. Arrow down to half HP from that meld. And now looking on Jeep, can they get enough damage in? They have got the sniper, they'll throw it out. They time everything, but no! They didn't quite get it. They'll still kill him, but no additional respawn time for the Brewmaster.
He could have saved himself with the ultimate there, but he's only level 10 and he's perhaps thinking, alright, I'll just die here and I'll have my ulti for the next team fight. But truth be told, if they decide to team fight in the next couple of minutes, they're going to be fighting versus an Aegis, and that's not really great.
That's true. Showing how Pandas are, you know, like, apparently they struggle with procreation, and he's struggling with surviving in these type of scenarios, but that's kind of okay for him as long as his sniper's always farm.
Is under attack.
And you can see Boxy, he's already going mid. Basically what Sniper was doing with the next assassin, he was out pushing mid as much as possible, killing that creep wave, so that Alliance can't just rotate from the bottom to the mid lane, right? They just took a tier 2 bottom. They could have just went mid, but because that the creep wave is missing, they would have to waste a bit of their time, so they're forced to go back and just farm up instead. They're also waiting for the BKB on Mickey. That's like, he's not really close to it, but he's not too far either.
Need more time. They do have this Aegis, so they can play around, find a few more towers.
Yeah, I think they're hitting their timer right now. I don't think they necessarily have to wait a whole lot longer.
If Mickey gets caught here though, in trouble. They're TPing down to help him, but they're a long way off.
They do have the mech on Necro, and they do have the ulti on Troll. And with that SNY completed already, he is super tanky, and he has that extra status resistance, so they decide to fall back. You don't really want to commit too hard onto a Troll, because if they do manage to save him, let's say if Oracle ported, they save the Troll, suddenly you're in a really bad spot. And it's all about positioning when it comes to TFT at the moment. It's about waiting for the items on Frost that are necessary, that are going to allow him to fight, and also waiting for the right moment to fight with this Sniper. He needs to have the high ground, right? It's one of these heroes that needs to be standing far away from the grasp of Alliance in order to fight them properly, in order to dish out this damage. He's a glass cannon.
It's true. You know, there's an idea to this, right? Rework Sniper, take Assassinate away, or maybe take aim, and we give him an ability just called Watchtower. He just climbs up in a tower and gets extra range. He has the high ground, you know?
Climbs up on a cliff. Man, that climbs up and down from
oh, that would be cool, right?
Arteezy's hero. Like, they would be picking it every single game, I think. Just for that.
Well, not just him. Do you know who else has been spending a lot of time on cliffs recently? Illidan. And it works out because Jenkins shouted to him for dubbing him Hillidan.
Oh, Hillidan. Yeah, I remember that. That's cool.
Tear in my eye. I was too busy laughing and crying while trying to cast that fight. But yeah, no, it's just some interesting forces like that. That would actually probably be broken, because could you imagine on the mid lane if you had that tower and we said it negated high ground, low ground? You'd just be able to harass anyone out of lane. Ignore my ideas, pal. Don't validate the dwarves.
Reclaimed. Aegis has been reclaimed. Alliance, they didn't really manage to take a whole lot when it comes to the timing, right? But they did manage to take down that tier 2 and buy enough time for Mickey to get his BKB. It's not there yet, but it's getting closer. Koika is getting that BKB too. After they get those BKBs, after they hit the BKB timings, they seriously need to like just fight as soon as possible, because they're going to be playing versus Sniper and Morphling late game. I do not think that they have the better late game potential on their side.
And it's not just that, you know, this gap of time that you think you bought yourself as Alliance. Yeah, you got yourself some time on the board to keep farming up, but do you know what just happened because of this? Look at the supports on TFT. Both of them have hit level 10. That gold, that passive gold is ticking in now. That will start to just draw a gold advantage in favor of TFT as the minutes just crawl by.
Yeah, Insania, it can't have his until level 15, so that's not going to help him. and Earth Spirit is the same, almost level 20, so these two supports are gonna be poor 100%, and Oracle is never really the hero that gets a lot unless you're kill stealing with Purifying Flames, securing kills, sorry, with Purifying Flames. So yeah, so overall the supports on the side of Alliance are definitely gonna be poorer. And if you look at Oracle and how he's playing, he's just following his carrier around, trying to save this TA if she just gets initiated on. Earth Spirit is doing a similar thing when it comes to Troll, while on the other hand you have the Winter Wyvern. He can always outpush with the Splinter Blast, he's very good when it comes to that, and you have this Nyx Assassin who with his talent is gonna get richer and richer.
And as you mentioned, you know, we talked about the cores and we talked about the POS 1 and POS 2s, and when you compare these POS 3s, who's benefiting more from this time on the side, you know, it's got to be said that when you get in these late scenarios later in the game, splits better, right? Unless you get like a situation where someone fought back and died back.
Is Alliance gonna go late? Because this is it. They hit their BKB timings that we talked about, and instantly there's a smoke. The smoke was carried with the two BKBs for Troll and TA, and they're gonna run into each other. There's
Jeep's perfect if they get him as well. Roll through. No, they get silence now. He can't get a split. They're gonna run for him here. BKB snipe down. They get the kill. They're gonna chase through. The roll's on point. Nyx Assassin found, but there's the Winner's Curse. It won't stop them from going though. Mika says magic immunity. Suckers, let's go. Chasing through. Error misses it. Got the roll. What a smart spell. Let's bring Error down, but the big fat one will protect him. Mika has to back away. This time Sniper has the high ground. Chessie, with stubby little legs, moved down to the low ground, realizes he can't pursue any longer.
Yeah, so they do get two good kills. They get the Panda and the Nyx Assassin. Do not get any of the major kills. That's the Morphling and the Sniper, which is pretty good for them.
And they don't get Roche either. That's a long spawn time on the Roche. 3 minutes when it came up. Roll in. Doesn't connect on anyone. Back though. On the Frost. Needs to start him up. But can't. Tiger's going to roll out. Nathan assassinates on him though. Gonna kill him off. He's gonna go down. Boxy's like, come here, you idiot. I tried to heal you. But it's a little too late.
Nyx Assassin
can chase now. Oh, Boxy. Have mercy on his soul. That assassinate will blow his brains all over the pavement, but he heals up big time. With the Ghost Drop benefit him even more. He knows he's dead. The best thing he can do is waste the time with TFT.
Oracle. Oh, Insania.
No, he couldn't. It was so close. That little bullet, that little pellet.
He bailed on his little Necrophos a little bit too soon there, I believe. Insania was just like, you're dead, I'm out.
He didn't
that's
believe.
A Necro. He didn't believe, but that's a Necro. You have to believe. Like, that hero is always playing on the edge of that, and perhaps if you had that Oracle's ulti there, he could have survived and went back. But yeah, it's a long shot. They were all over him, and they probably would have managed to kill him anyway. But you just saw exactly what happened. If you're playing this Sniper, and if you're setting up perimeter around him, if you can't get on top of him, he's gonna wear you down. Once those BKBs are gone, he has shrapnel to work with. He's gonna slow you down. He's gonna pop you with the Mjolnir procs as well. It looked really good for Alliance. It looked like they hit their timing. They get that Panda. They get the Nyx. It looked like they're really realizing that this is their time, right? But they do not jump the correct targets, and that's not because they were playing it wrong. It's because Xyv was up front. It's because he broke that smoke. It's because TFT understands how to play around the Sniper at the moment. So if you're Alliance, you have to adjust. When it comes to this next team fight, you have to find a way of getting on the sidelines, getting on top of Chessie. That's easier said than done.
You know, it's fair to say that Alliance, even if they get G at the start, that's fine if they back away. But they got greedy, right? That was a blind rolling attempt by Tiger. He knew roughly where they were. But when he doesn't connect on anyone, you saw Alliance try and hang around. They're like, guys, we're strong. We've got our BKBs. They can't threaten us. They're on cooldown.
One major thing that happened is this ward that's been planted on the high ground. And talking about getting behind them, this ward is going to allow you to do exactly that. Taiga.
That's Nick coming out. He'll just roll away, though.
Mickey, however, he's on the Chessie.
He's on the hunt. He said about Chessie that he again is to try and force stuff away to slow down already. Battletrance, he's rude. Sniper is down. Winds Curse out. A little bit too late to help. Stun from Hanskin will buy some time, but he can't get himself out. Roll doesn't connect. The Sun's out. Brewmaster in trouble. Does have to split. Might have to commit it. There's going to be a roll through Tiger. Activates his ultimate. Rude up. Going to go for the split. She knows. The Court of Brains stops him, and the scythe clashes with his brains and splatters it all across the forest.
Oh, that Cold Embrace once again seals the fate of Panda. That wasn't really... That wasn't a great play.
That was my pub wyverns right there, I think is the way we're looking at that list.
and now instantly into the pit. They do have buyback on the Panda, but no sniper. And can you really fight this rush without the sniper? I don't think you can. So, by the way, I really have to emphasize this. When they smoked up the first time, they didn't get any major objective, but one big thing that they got was this ward. The ward and the sentry that Peter Wyvern is devording right now. I think it's a huge mistake from TFT to not devord that spot, because after that ward is planted, they have a much easier time finding the sniper and getting the TFT, and that's exactly what they did. They smoke up instantly once their KVs are up again, and they walk straight down onto that sniper, who was in a good position, but it doesn't matter because they had vision and they had the approximate, like, where he actually is.
And it's an ongoing mistake because they couldn't even get the D ward before the Cyber Alliance came over again. And to be honest, that ward, you still like to get rid of it, but now with the Aegis in the hands of Alliance, they don't necessarily need to play around this high ground. They can come towards your base if they want to.
Yeah, you have Aegis, you have cheese too.
And by the way, Quakefa says, no, this cheese is mine. I thought maybe he'd give it across the box, if anything, right? With the Shroud with the heals. Nope. TA needs everything.
Boxy, yeah, because you have the Oracle as well, Boxy is very unlikely to die, so you can have him up front, and Koikwa, like, he's most likely the easiest core of Alliance to take down. So giving him the cheese, giving him the Aegis is definitely understandable.
Giving him no excuse to lose the fight.
The problem for Alliance is, like, you can take these fights as much as you want. You can have these proper fights around the base of TFT, but once it comes to pushing that high ground, that's where things get hairier and trickier, because you're pushing high ground versus Wyvern versus Sniper. It's gonna get rough. That's what I think. It's gonna get a lot rougher for them from now on.
They need a crucial pick outside the base, right? Something like a kill on a Brewmaster or a Morphling would go a long way. They rotate now. Sans comes out.
Good kid.
Look at that. Or could pick up on the Quakefa.
Yeah, he's going for that Bloodthorn build, which is something that we see done very often. And versus Morphling specifically, versus Panda, versus Nyx, it's such a good pickup in this game.
Absolutely. And now they're just going to shove out bot because they do see this movement by TFT outside their base. The ward did spot them for a moment there through the line.
There's a Scud picked up by Morphling. We haven't really talked about Frost way too much. He opted not to go for that BKB after the Manta, which is one of the reasons why he did die once, but it doesn't really matter as he does have that Scuddy right now.
True. You know, you get a lot of heal from your Wyvern, your full strength. Although at the same time, as we got a preview into mistakes being made earlier on, Wyvern cold embracing a low health target is usually just a go sign for Boxy to slap that side down. Always a constant worry for them. Nikkei, he's going for that Satanic next, so the typical build is going to be coming out. Pretty effective against the TFT's lineup as they don't have any channeled stuns. Oh, Brew, he's in trouble. The missed chance is the same as life right now. Go for the TP away, and Sheep. They can't do it. No, the roll! Tiger comes in from downtown, and just with the tip of his smash, interrupts the escape plans of this Brewmaster. And
that was so close. But at the same time, you know, like, he died on the enemy side. Oh, he doesn't have mana for 2 more seconds.
Yeah, Morphling. If they can silence him, they can silence him again right now if they want to. If the Boulder Smash Brew will snipe him out. Gonna roll in. No TP away for you. The Spirit Vessel down.
Necro is coming
as well. We said they needed a big kill. And if he gets hit by his Scythe, if he just delays it so he gets hit by a Scythe, it's worse. He's going to roll away. He's still going to die. Maybe it won't be a Scythe, at least his Boxy. He can't get across in time, but Frost's going to change back over, going to waveform away. He doesn't have a TP, though, and they know this. He's just going to give over a longer spawn time for himself. 95 seconds on the sideline, and look on the other side of the map. Nikkei, he's already waiting for that mid-creep wave. They're ready to start moving in. Done up on the troll.
Getting him low.
It's okay, though. Yeah, he's got an Oracle behind him. He's not that scared.
They were trying to pop ulti from Oracle or Troll's ulti, but that's the pickoff you were talking about. That 90 seconds on the sidelines is going to allow Quakepa to take this tier 2 down on top lane, and most certainly they're going to force this Morphling's buyback, like they have to. They still have that Aegis. They're going to be looking at pushing at least one of these sides. You can see that they're converging. Earth Spirit isn't really here yet, but they'll truly need it.
There we go, TA moving in right now. That Aegis might not last long. Sniper hits so goddamn hard. Boxy,
And that ages.
you can already see he's actually queuing up the solution.
Look at the damage,
Blink Dagger. Refraction doesn't last long here.
They really couldn't push.
He's literally he's de-pushing 2 lanes at once. Not through shrapnels, but popping them in the face and then assassinating whoever's in a different lane.
That's the problem when you're playing versus a sniper. There's literally no way for you to push unless you take him down first. Like, you have to jump on him somehow. This is what I was talking about earlier. Like, you have to find a way to pick him off before you go to that high ground, as he's just gonna destroy you the way he did just there. And Morphling, even though he got punished hard, he was on the sidelines for 90 seconds. It didn't really matter, as they didn't manage to take down anything. However, they are still farming across the map, and you can see the TFT, they're just stuck in their base. They have that one thing going in their favor, and that's the fact that they have these gold per minute talents. So their supports at least are gonna scale well. They're gonna scale all right, and you can see it. Even though they're behind, you can see where their supports are sitting. Position 5 Wyvern is in front of position 5 Oracle, and same goes, well, it doesn't go for X Assassin, but he's very close when it comes to Taiga's Earth Spirit.
And it's a fair assessment, but at the same time also you feel a little bit rough, right? When you pick Nyx, you usually see it coupled with something that has a global presence, whether it's a Spectre, Nature's Prophet, Storm, something that can initiate from far. But TFT, they don't really have that. They can give vision for a sniper, but we've seen a sniper feel safe. It isn't outside the base, so unless Alliance are pushing in, you're not... Do you feel like you're not really able to utilize Nyx to the fullest of his capacity?
Oh, for sure. It's not like... It's always good to have global presence with that Nyx Assassin. In this game, however, I have to admit, I think Hanskin has...
Most definitely. I guess one thing to kind of look at as well, as you did mention the past 5s, and Sania, he is a sliver of XP away from level 15, and there it is. 120 GPM is online. Just start to catch up with the Wyvern fairly quickly as well.
This is still interesting. Like, you can see that Alliance, they're completely in control of the game, right? But even with that full control, they aren't really able to do a whole lot across the map, because they aren't able to take down this high ground. And now this is the moment in which TFT can make it or break it. You can see that they're smoking up, and they've scanned out Koikva, so they know exactly where he is. He has that cheese, but if they manage to control him here, it doesn't matter.
And they do. Stun's going to come out. He's in trouble. He does have his BKB. He'll activate it with the fraction, eats the cheese. Doesn't even hesitate for a second. The back up is the rock. And Boxy is here. They're scaring them away. Koikva's still backing up here. Just wants to hide. Boxy will back up as well. Chessie, he's pretty scary. Mike going in. BKB gets forced out of Sheep. Now he needs to commit, though. Going to try and chase him, but won't give him a good split opportunity. Boxy going to be assassinated up. Slow down as well with the clap. 9.5 HP split's going to come out right now. Roll in onto the Morphling. Scaring away Tetsy's well. Samantha just to get rid of the Magnetize, but next start Morphling taking a lot of damage. Koikva just poking in front, and Mike chased it through. The Glimmer Cape protects Chessie on the side. You can already see Boxy starting to fall low. They're going to just kite Mike and force him away. Assassinate out. Boxy's almost dead. Buyback from the Nyx Assassin. The Winner's Curse has been popped, and TA won't be killed, but will be delayed.
No buyback.
Keep Boxy alive. This is problematic. Morphling no way back into the fight because he goes down. Mike with the battle just in time. Brewmaster's teammate trying to move away, but he's going to chase down, killed off Hanson's next on the hit list, and there's going to be a roll available. Tiger chasing in. The corner brace won't save the day. It might end it. In fact, this sniper has to back after a miserable death, and he's the last one alive. No one on Alliance will fall, and your base is in peril. For what you want of them, but you don't have big buybacks. The two who can have now committed an Alliance. They don't need to leave. They're waiting for the creeps, and then they're going to come in for your base.
They're gonna go back for that Roshan, actually, because even though they're pushing just against this lonely little dwarf sniper, they don't want any. Yeah, they don't want to risk it, because those Mjolnir procs, they hurt. This sniper hurts a lot, and they go back for Roshan. They're gonna pick it up and then try pushing again. And that's what I said. TFT's moment was right there. It was to make it or break it. Sadly for them, it was to break their own tier 3, because they all died and they had to force the buyback on the sniper. As Koikva had that cheese, managed to use it, he managed to go back. They used that BKB on Panda, which forced them to initiate properly, right? But they got baited away from their shrine. They got baited away from the high ground. And once that happens, Sniper is out of position and he falls. But I can't blame TFT for trying, because that's what you do in that position. When you're playing this lineup as a sniper, you defend, and then at at one point you pop that smoke, you try to catch someone that's been left behind, that's farming too aggressively, and they found the perfect target. It was just like, you see that cookie, you know, you wanna eat it, you wanna take it, and then there's like 4 guys beating you down instantly after. Yeah.
Your base, Jesus, these cookies must be like drugs. Sounds like a deal gone wrong. And it did go wrong, right? When they I think it was where here. This is where it went wrong, right? When that BKB committed by Brewmaster, it seemed like Alliance very calmly assessed that actually TFT is fully committed now. If they don't kill someone, they know they've lost the fight. So they just kept kiting and kiting until they got back to this point, and then the turnaround comes in perfectly.
Exactly. Now you have the cheese. Now you have the refresher shard on the Troll Warlord. You have the Aegis again on Koikwa.
The good news, though, is Frost did at least get his buyback. I mean, it's a very small consolation prize, but at least you have one person who can afford to die on TFT now. Just one.
Right now, if you are TFT, you just have to fall back and do the same turtling strategy you did before. There's absolutely nothing else for you. There's no play. Your only play is to keep high ground, set up perimeter around the sniper and try to defend. But it got even harder because they lost the tier 3 on mid, and they're gonna lose their shrines soon. They lost the top one, they're gonna lose the bottom one as well. And you can see TFT, they're just trying to split push. Morphling and Panda, they just did it on the bottom lane. Now they're gonna go top lane while Sniper is just keeping their base alive. And that's their only play, that's their strategy. But the strategic approach that they had to this game was good, but the execution was alright, but it wasn't good enough to take down that TA around that shrine fight, and because of that they're in a situation that they are right now.
Absolutely. With those shrines gone, like you were mentioning, you know, the map does begin to feel incredibly small, almost as small as the Sniper, but they can take solace in him, you know. I guess you could, like, it's a Tinker effect, but it's a concentrated Tinker effect, right? Where it's like, how do you get my high ground? A Tinker would hurt, but I will hurt you more. And well, looking at this, we do see the Blink Dagger on boxes, as we saw he was queuing up a long time ago. We aren't seeing it on Tiger, though. We aren't seeing that.
This is the smoke. If they manage to see Sniper, but you can see how Chessy is careful. He's so far behind. Yeah. They notice instantly that these wards have been planted.
And they reveal it with a Sniper.
They bait with Banta, yeah.
Nikkei will just pop that one, make sure they don't lose the ward straight away. They're on the high ground right now. Morphling is still outside the base, so is the Brewmaster. They won't know that for the second, but they will soon when they don't see his face. Assassinate, try and get them down. Boxy, hit up, stunned up. In the Ghost Route, going to run out, so he needs to be careful. These right clicks hurt a lot. Movement in, Sans comes up. No! Look at it! Quick, but he gets the kill. See you later, Hans. Good 1-2 tap. And now Split's going to be forced out, and they have to do something. Miike down to half HP and being protected. Is going to just run away. They're melting through the Brewmaster loose. They need to be careful. This is how pandas go extinct. Jeep, he knows he just needs to zone them out the best he can and escape. But will he? The last of the loot just about gets away. That panda will live. Invis, and, oh, magic damage protected. Oracle on point again, and Sania says, hell no, am I letting you go down? Don't even need that cheese. And
he just died the top lane.
Caught him out. The rotation was so distracted, they thought everyone was still there from a distance. Why would they're playing so boldly at your base?
It was just Boxy and Taiga on the Red Spirit that managed to kill him off, and that's your Morphling, but he isn't really that tanky. He doesn't have that BKB yet. He has the Scuddy in the meta, but if they control him long enough, Boxy has that agonist, so he's gonna take him down.
Well, the good news is he does have buyback, and because of that split, it means Alliance. That's going to be at least 10-15 more seconds before they're at full strength. In the meantime, they pick up some bounty runes on the way. You're going to be fighting more for about 20 seconds.
Yeah, but they were fighting without him in that last game, so there's that, right?
Oh, well,
it's so fun then. He's the only one.
Cool could go. He wants to do the same thing that Hansen again, and he can't. That's moving in anyway. PPM gone. Okay. Got no mana for the Potrons. Actually, has to back away. Yeah, Steven squib off right now. Quick, backing up a little bit. Doesn't have refraction. It might be pop, but refraction. No, he doesn't dodge it. They're going to melt this time. Side's going to come in. They've got a Chessy. Forced up to get him away. He's now being reclaimed. Jeep. No, for 35 seconds. They could keep pushing as a result. Moving in. Sun comes out. They see Wyvern, but there it is. Just in time. They are seriously fearful of this TA. And for good reason. Jeep. Clap to slow him down. Roll through. Lose the connect. Does see the sniper. He's the hurricane. Now, Tiger trying to do it. enough to keep him out of his fight, but he's going to keep his life for him. Now they bang back, and Sniper in trouble. The winner's cut does nothing. He's gone, no buyback, and that might be the crucial deciding moment as Alliance chase forward. They see the opportunity to just wipe through this base. Without the damage to Sniper, TFT have nothing left in the chamber.
Yeah, there's still the refresher on Troll. It's very unlikely that they're going to be able to defend.
Cypher's out, Wyvern is gone, Sheev has the BKB, and his Split's going to finally be there, but the Ghost Trap protects, and Frost, he doesn't have the damage to fire up against Mike here. They're going for Koifa instead. He's got the Mel, but it doesn't matter. The Dust is out on him. They'll get rid of him. Buyback comes out from the TA, but Mike is alone here. No mana to work with. The one won't get him enough either. Needs to back away. He can't use his bounce charge. Finally, he goes for it, but no, he's just short on the amount of TA's back in. And Hank, have mercy on this bug. He's going to turn around. Frost needs to escape from this very quickly, but the bash is coming out of Koifa. Just keeping the control. They keep the troll alive. They get the kill, and the buyback will come out. Brewmaster and Morphling alone against the wall because their base is crumbling before their very eyes. And Koifa moves in for the kill. Brewmaster, he goes for the throat, and he's dead. They'll find the final ones. The GG comes out. Alliance, they take the first game.
That's the first game right there. And I mean, Taiga, he just adjusted his item build to the game, and it would play from him. Jumps in with that antagonist, forms that little dwarf into a stone, kicks in far behind from where he can escape from, and they take him down on that low ground. He tries to force himself up, he tries to run away, but it just wasn't enough. Overall, Alliance, they played to their strengths really well. TFT, they did the same thing. They were so careful in this game, the way they approached it.